What's going on, my friend? It's Jeff Newport from ChasingStrength.com. And in this video, we are going to cover how to use the pinky technique for a stronger kettlebell press. And that's, of course, assuming you want a stronger kettlebell press and you see the benefits in having a stronger kettlebell press, like being stronger or having bigger shoulders or bigger arms if you like muscle mass, okay? And if that is the case, then you'll probably want to watch this video and test out what you're about to learn if you don't know it already. And, at the risk of sounding arrogant, you probably don't because most people don't. And I rarely discuss this myself, right? In fact, this is something I typically used to share in my Kettlebell Strong workshops, right? Live in-person workshops. I can't remember when the last time I did one of those was. Been a while, like 2016, I think. So before we get into this, let's just give you a little background here because maybe you fall into this trap or these traps. Okay. And that is that most guys are so focused on chasing numbers that they actually ignore their technique for the most part, right? They get by with just good enough technique, right? Or barely good enough technique, really, because they're constantly trying to do more, right? Get more reps in, accumulate more volume, do more work in less time, or the same amount of work in less time, more, right? I totally get that because at the end of the day, we all want to see our numbers increase. But sometimes you've got to take a step back or even 3 steps back in order to go forward, right? So an example of that would be answering the following question, right? When we have more success breaking down a door, right? When you're leaning on it, pushing on it, right? With all your might, or if you take a few steps back and actually run through it. Well, we all know it's the second one, of course. And the same is true for your kettlebell training, slowing down, right? Or slowing down. I don't know if my editor can do that like weird slow-mo voice trick or whatever. So I had to do it myself, right? And making sure your technique is actually on point, right? Actually, when you do that, you almost practically can't help, right, leaping ahead of your current results. So without further ado, the next time you press your kettlebell or kettlebells, actually, I recommend you start this particular technique with 1 kettlebell. And once you nail it with 1 kettlebell, it's comfortable on both sides, then move to 2. So here's what we're going to do. I got my bell right here. Okay. Right. So what we're going to do is you're going to squeeze down hard right here on this part of the handle through your pinky. Okay. You should feel, I don't know if you can see this. Maybe, I don't know. Camera's kind of crappy. All right. I'm allowed to say crappy? Of course I am. Right. It's my video. Okay. So you squeeze down hard on the kettlebell through your pinky. You should feel your triceps and your lat. Both of them should contract more. And you should also feel your shoulder suck into the socket more. All right. So from there, that's going to make you stronger. And then you're just going to press it up over your head and hope that your old wooden chair that's about 100 years old doesn't break as you press. Okay. And that's it. So you can relax between reps, squeeze the pinky hard, right? And drive up and then back down. I'll put this thing down. All right. So that's the simple trick. Like I said, I call it the pinky trick. Okay. When you do it, right, you're going to feel stronger. You're also going to feel your shoulder. How do I say this? Your shoulder is going to feel more stable. Okay. And that in and of itself is going to make you stronger. All right. So, and as a result, your press should actually feel stronger. So really finding the correct positions in which to put your body is the key to having your technique work for you, or in many cases, and for most guys, against you, right? Taking your time to work on your kettlebell technique is the key to not only being injury-free or injury prevention, right? But also short-term and long-term strength gains. So I recommend, again, you start with single kettlebell work. And if you don't know, if you're not 100% sure of single kettlebell exercise techniques, I recommend you start with my course called the Big 6. And then from there, when you got that dialed in, move and work on your double kettlebell exercise technique. Okay. I recommend you use my course, Kettlebell Strong, for that. In fact, there isn't anything like that course on the market that I'm aware of. Okay. And it's been serving people since 2012. So it's been a minute, been a while. Okay. So at the end of the day, refining your technique, learning the technique, the proper technique, not only will keep you from injury, but it has the potential to catapult your strength and conditioning results to that often elusive proverbial next level, right? Now I'll leave links to both those video courses in the description below. And remember, at the end of the day, if you're serious about getting results from your kettlebell training, results come from laying a strong foundation of kettlebell exercise technique and doing that first before you start chasing numbers, okay? In fact, it's the difference between working out and getting mediocre results from your training and setting personal records. Hopefully you found this video helpful. If you did, click the like button, smash the subscribe button if you're not already a subscriber, and share it with a friend, and leave me a comment in the video section below. Until next time, my friend, stay strong.